Wyclef Jean, BKS1 Radio. Let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Iyanla Vanzant, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Rooker, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane, and shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon. You're watching BKS1 Radio.
BKS1. God bless y'all. What's good, people? The official Man Cave Morning Show / Afternoon Show. Oh, y'all wait. Oh, my bad. Good morning. Okay, now.
Wake your ass up.
Yes. Let's get this thing started.
It's the Man Cave Morning
Let's get this thing started. Yes. To my right, we got the dude that gets a little rude, especially when he's in a bad mood. We call him Deacon Woo.
Nam your whole ring egg here.
Yes. Into the left.
It's
ready to make some food for somebody. I don't know if it's us or not, because we hungry as hell.
As hungry as I am, getting ready to eat one of these mofos.
Looking
like a steak and a hot dog right about now.
No doubt.
Shit.
We got Hurricane Kiss in the building.
Barely.
No doubt.
Spatula in hand.
And you, sir.
I'm just humbly stoned on ready to get this thing started.
The Cheez-It provider.
Yes.
Bottle washing.
No doubt. Shout out to everybody watching us live right now on YouTube, Twitter, Periscope, the mother site, WBKS1.com, the TuneIn app. If you don't have the TuneIn app by now, download it. It's free, people.
It is free.
No doubt. Please. Salute to everybody on FB. I see you in there. Paris Shaw, Nikki Raspberry, Alicia Mitchell, Jay Gray, Sandy B, Phyllis Woodbury, hey, Lucille, Miss Pearl, Andrina, Garcia Mahoney, Bird Johnson, Chloe, what's up, Chloe? Ramona Woods Black, Cornelius on the check-in. Good morning, beautiful people.
Ramona.
And good afternoon, depending on where you live at. Shout out to Rodney Scott, DJ Rodney Scott on the check-in. What's good, fam? Let's clap it up for these beautiful people.
Absolutely.
Ready to rock out? So, Kiss, what are we going to be talking about today?
We're going to be talking about if you like him, what you say can kill the attraction.
No, that's what we talked about yesterday.
That was yesterday.
Today.
So why you could...
That was yesterday.
Listen.
You picked the topic. You don't remember?
Yeah, but you just confused me with what's up right. Okay. We're talking about...
That's not what mine say. Mine don't say
Lord
nothing.
have mercy. Jesus.
You made the topic.
I'm looking at what I see. I see us now on the camera.
Kiss wanted to talk about wants
We're going to
versus
talk about
needs.
wants versus needs in relationships.
Right.
Hey.
And basically things that are causing turmoil in your relationship and how we don't know the difference between the two.
And what can happen when you get too comfortable in your relationship.
Right.
Indeed.
Right. Okay, so now we got that out the way. Shout out to everybody on the check-in. There's a lot going on right now in the world.
Yes.
And you know we're going to give you just a little piece of it.
Right.
A little piece of it on the Man Cave Morning / Afternoon
It's the
Show.
Man Cave Morning
Show.
Yes.
So, and shout out to, just got a lot of compliments and a lot of good vibes about the show lately and everything. You know, it's what we do. We do this for y'all because it's never about us. It's always about y'all.
We do it for you.
No doubt. First story on the horizon. It's kind of crazy.
This is wrong. You talking about killing black people? That's hate.
Wasn't a good idea at all.
History assignment.
Dover High School students sing the KKK Jingle Bells song. Yes. In the classroom, they singing the KKK Jingle Bells song. I'm going to run the clip, and then we're going to talk about it.
This is wrong. You talking about killing black people? That's hate.
Wasn't a good idea at all.
History assignment at Dover High School in New Hampshire. KKK no longer politics. Two of the students in the class choosing the KKK as their topic and changing the lyrics to Jingle Bells, using phrases like "let's kill all the blacks" and words like "grand wizards" and "burning crosses." As the students recited the song, classmates can be heard laughing in the background.
I'm sure that most of the students in the background weren't actually laughing because they thought that anything was funny about racism.
What we're trying to do is to figure out what is in this video that is a valuable lesson for our entire school community.
And that teacher is off the job with pay while the entire incident is being investigated by the school districts.
You know, this is wrong. You talking about killing black people? That's hate.
Wasn't a good idea at all.
History assignment at Dover High School in New Hampshire.
Suspend them all. Suspend all the students. There's no justification for that. They, I think they suspended the teacher in the classroom for even allowing it to go down. And that's it. A simple solution to that. And then they needed to send somebody in there for racial diversity training. Send somebody in the schools.
I think, go ahead.
No, go.
I think that as consistently as these stories come out, as consistently as we continue to see racism in this country, that's how consistent we need to be with speaking out against it, keeping the proper mind state, and continuing to fight this type of thing. What happens is, because it happens over and over and over and over and over again, people become acclimated to it. Like you see violence on TV, you become acclimated to it. And once you become acclimated, you become apathetic. And once you become apathetic, you allow people to tell you that this shit doesn't exist anymore. Right. You're too excited. You're hypersensitive. You're always talking about racial injustices, etc. What this says to me is that we have to consistently, every single day, renew our mind and consistently stand up against this type of behavior and consistently speak out against it instead of saying, I'm overwhelmed, right? I hate to see this type of hatred. I hate to see this type of vitriol. It doesn't make any sense. But since the devil is consistent with his, I'm going to be consistent with mine. That is absolutely unacceptable. I didn't find anything funny. I didn't think anything was cute about that. I think it needs to be addressed post-haste. You want to have racial sensitivity classes, whatever you need to do. These young people need to realize that this is unacceptable. That's from my ancestors. How about that?
I think also it's just becoming an issue with me. But what bothers me is that this is becoming a thing. Like, I don't understand how these people are even allowed to even be in the school system. How do you not know who you're hiring? I think there has to be more investigation done behind, these people that are involved with teaching our children or involved with being able to expose our kids to these things. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. Like, the same way how they're saying now, the mental illness thing has to be a thing where people have to really check up on it. If you're driving a school bus full of children, you should not be hiring somebody who can't deal with children. Yeah. You shouldn't be hiring somebody who's temperamental. You shouldn't be hiring somebody who obviously has racist issues. And I think that it's clear as day when you can sit down and speak to somebody, within 5-10 minutes you kind of know who you're dealing with. And I don't think people are thinking about that, and they're not really checking really deep into these people's backgrounds, and I don't get it.
And also, I'm sorry, because you're dealing with children, that type of hatred is reproducing after its own kind.
Right. Yeah.
These children, their mind is not fully formed. So for the adult to allow it to continue is deplorable. I love being on this platform, and I love being able to shed light on this issue. Let me tell you something. It's not okay. And just because you see it happening over and over and over again, it's still not okay. We got to clearly and distinctly fight against this legally, emotionally, and spiritually in every single way. I think that the problem with us sometimes as black people is we just get overwhelmed because it just keeps happening. It's as absurd and as wrong when it happened yesterday, and it's wrong when it happens tomorrow. We got to put a stop to it.
Let's read some comments in the chat.
Hazy Sands, she said hello all. Lucille Rose said the teacher should have been suspended without pay until investigation. He's supposed to be the example. Nikki Raspberry said right kiss. I'm about to say Dawu said. Nikki Raspberry also said we need to stand up against these bullies and not take it anymore. Phyllis Woodbury said, damn shame, yes, suspend them all and fire the teacher who should have known better. She also said, Nikki Raspberry also said, that's some bullshit. absolute BS.
That's absolutely what it is.
DT said, what the F is wrong with people? Lucille said, yes, the show has been awesome. When can I watch?
She can watch.
Yeah, right. And that's it. Yeah, that's it so far.
No doubt. So, I mean, the answer, what's the solution, though? To head that off, head things like that from happening.
I think that you should clearly make an example of the people to fire them. I think that it should be written into their union contract. You know, the teachers union has a contract, and there should be a code of conduct in the principles of the contract that they sign to say, listen, if you participate in this type of behavior, you're going to be summarily dismissed. That's the answer. Sensitivity training. Of course, yes, I have heard it before. Here's my thing about that.
Not a component, not a fan of it.
No. Here's the thing. I think that it's disingenuous that in 2018, young and old people, black and white people, don't know that singing the KKK song is wrong or whatever. Like, I don't chalk it up to young people being young people. I certainly don't. With the access that we have to information, I think that this environment tells these children and these teachers that it's permissible because of who's president and the milieu that we're in. I just don't buy that now in America people are not aware of what's going on. So when you run a traffic light, your ass get a ticket. When you do drugs or you do a crime, you can't say, hell, I didn't know this was wrong. So I think that the key is us, not necessarily sensitivity training. The key has to be when you practice racist principles, you're going to get dismissed. Us going into a classroom and yelling, it's been done a lot. How much more do you need to know that this is wrong?
No doubt. All right, we're going to slide on. Okay, again, people, we got to do better. So this next clip I'm going to show y'all, and we're going to set the clip up. It's the graduation of this young girl. She at the graduation, and listen closely to what she says when she gets on that stage. It's a little girl.
Keep in mind, she's 6.
6 years old. All right, this the world we live in. Here we go. Here's the clip. Let's talk about it after we run the clip.
Evening, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Fakira Pukupu. When I am 6 years old, when I grow up, I want to be a stripper. Evening, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Fakira Pukupu. When I am 6 years old, when I grow up, I want to be a stripper.
Somebody needed behind whoop.
How about the whole audience?
The audience.
I thought it was so funny.
The parents, all of that. Nothing funny about that. I seen the shock in certain people that was there's face. If you look closely and you saw the one, I guess she was a teacher or whoever, and she put the thing in front of her face and walked off. And it's just, but let's be honest. We don't know what her mama does for a living. And she listen, you are what you see. You are what you see in your household.
Say your mama a scripper, that's why you want to be a scripper. Is that what you just said to me?
Basically.
Really?
Yo,
really?
Come on. Listen.
My dad's a felon, I'm a felon.
Listen.
My dad's a crack dealer, I'm a crack dealer.
That's right. Look at the kids that see their dad roll up all the time, and people coming over to the house, right, buying bags of weed.
You just took that left.
No, real talk.
Just took that
real
left.
talk. This is all. Come on, you are your environment, bruh.
At the end of the day,
you are your environment.
I'm a little bit confused, right? Because when I was 5 and 6 years old, when I graduated from kindergarten or whatever, I was valedictorian in my class. I had to write a speech, meaning that my mother had to go over it, the staff had to go over it just to make sure that, it was worthy enough for me to say it in front of the class and whatever, and the parents and whatever case is. So I feel like obviously these teachers and people already asked these kids, like, when you grow up, what do you want to be? I think that this was something that was very premeditated. They knew what she was going to say, and if they did know what she was going to say and still allow her to say that, the fact that these grown adults in the audience are sitting there kicking and laughing, whether she sees it or not, or whether her mother is or not, whatever the case is, you have to be careful about what's coming out of these kids' mouths.
That is exactly my take.
5 or 6, I don't give a hell what the hell she sees. My daughter can see me doing a whole bunch of stuff. You say that in public, or you know. I'm speechless. I'm speechless.
Here's our society today. All right, so you got kids.
Exactly, Lucille.
You got kids out there twerking because their parents say, "Go ahead, baby girl, do that dance and do that with a twerking and shaking it behind, whatever." You got kids out there loading 6-year-old, 10-year-olds able to load guns and lock and reload guns and everything, and able to place the bullets inside the guns and this and all of this, and I see this, and it's crazy right now.
Yep.
It's crazy right now. You know, you got parents egging their kids on to fight somebody and beat somebody up and jump somebody, and it's crazy the world we live in right now.
So what I saw was a room full of cowards. You mean to tell me that in that entire auditorium, there wasn't one adult in there that had conscience, that had the intestinal fortitude to say, "No, baby.
Right.
I'm going to use this as an opportunity for a teaching moment. I'm going to embarrass and shame all the adults out here." Let me tell you something. And I know I'm not Superman, but I know myself. If I'm there, I'm walking up on the stage. I'm just telling, and you know, I'm stuttering. What I don't understand is, why is it permissible and laughed at to let our children be clowns and buffoons and have low moral character, right? That we applaud that. That we say rah rah, that we're so shocked. But no one has the same energy. That same energy that you were clapping, that should have been the energy that you used to correct that child. Exactly. If you felt that that was your daughter or your son, you would have corrected that. So what is it about us that we sit passively by? They are cowards. I don't blame that little child, even though I think she said she was like African, because she had like a African name, which is kind of surprising. So regardless as to what the child saw, their teachers, their principals, the social workers, the damn janitor should have got up there and said, "No, baby, I love you. You are a queen. This is beneath you. That is wrong." And that should have been the clip that went viral, instead of, brain dead coward people taking this video and laughing at it. It's a damn shame.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, a whole different era we live in now. You got more comments?
Yes. Catherine Allen said, "Shameful, really not funny. You have grown folks there just stupid. Why would anyone think that this is right for this child?"
Absolutely.
Hey Tracy. Demetrius said, "Good afternoon, y'all."
Hey,
Nikki Raspberry said, "Right, Woo." Nikki Raspberry also said, make time. Hold on, let me go up. She said, "We need to get back to teaching our kids. If we don't want to make time for our kids, then don't have them. This shit ain't funny."
No.
Phyllis Woodbury said, "Oh my God, are you serious? A stripper shaking my head at 6 years old. This is nonsense, and the audience need their asses beat for clapping that up." Mal Davis said, "Damn shame." Lucille Rose, "Hey, Miss Pearl." She said, "Who allowed her to do that? Didn't they read her paperwork before she got up there? Nothing funny about all of that. Our children see and learn by example. Our children are our future."
Yeah. And again, before we move on, again, I'm telling you, this child is a product of what she sees in her household.
Right.
I'm telling you right now, a product of what she sees in her household. And I see, and we can't deny that this happens, because I know some little 9-year-old and 10-year-old gang members that are gang members because their father and mom are gang members. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all they see and that's all they know. It's sad, man.
Let me play the role of general here. What's the solution? Let me tell you the solution. For each one of us to be ever vigilant. Because guess what? Next week, next month, next year, there's going to be a situation where we're called upon to act. You need to meditate. You need to pray. Get some intestinal fortitude and some character. Say, God, the next time I see one of my babies acting a fool, clowning, being misguided, I am going to speak out. So now, you know what? That's Dawood's fault. Let me tell you something. Every single time I see something like that, and everyone within the sound of my voice, when they see something like that, you should have the courage to break up the fight, to get on these Instagram posts and say and speak truth to power. The answer that is, if everyone that was exposed to this goddamnable clip within the sound of my voice actively says, I'm going to make a difference and verbalize positivity, that's the only way we'll change, or we're going to continue to sink.
Yeah, no doubt. Again, it gets worse. So I want y'all to look. This clip has no audio because I think it's a store surveillance camera, right? But look very closely at what happened. Okay, so this elderly lady is shopping, and just look closely at what happens, because we have to be, aware of stuff like this going on around where we live, especially if you got aunts, older aunts, and elderly moms and all of this. So I'm gonna run the clip. Here go the clip. I don't know if y'all seen that or not. If y'all didn't see it, I would run it again, but I think y'all saw it. So basically, he's totally taking advantage of this elderly old woman that's just shopping, trying to buy groceries, whatever, and you took the opportunity to steal her daggone purse, pocketbook. Again, what are we becoming, man? Just like, what are we becoming? I would have more respect for you if you would have asked that lady for $20.
Right.
Like, look, I'm struggling, I'm this, I'm that, whatever.
Exactly.
Do you have $20 just so I can eat, so I could buy some groceries or whatever? So you just took the perfect opportunity for you to went and rob that old lady
who was
shopping.
out getting stuff that she needed for herself,
man,
which is incredible.
Man, this burns me up because my mother used to like to go shopping by herself all the time. She still likes going shopping and grocery shopping. Can you just take me? She goes off and do her own thing or whatever like that. So now that I know there's people out here like this ready to take advantage of the elderly person,
I just pray to God that
Mom, we going with you everywhere you go.
Right. I just pray to God that being that it was on camera, that they caught her ass before she even left the store. Because I promise you, like, if that was my grandmother, oh my God, I would have chased her ass out in the parking lot.
One of the things that we know in our community is the fact that we do not love, protect, cherish, and venerate our elders.
Right.
This is the type of culture that African Americans, Latinos come from. We come from loving our elders, cherishing our elders, protecting them, and paying attention to them. Now, what's happening is we are actually preying upon the people that brought us here. So, of course, you're doomed to repeat the mistakes. Of course, you're going to stay in ignorance, because instead of listening and serving the elder and creating good karma, you're bringing hell to you. So this person, and I'm supposed to retire the N word, and I'm supposed to retire the B word. Okay, so I won't say that. But this, not good person, I'm trying to, has absolutely no understanding about how her actions are going to affect her and affect the community. This dummy thinks that, I'm going to just rob this purse. If you understood the way the universe really, really works, you would understand that the person that you're robbing is yourself. What goes around comes around. So in addition to the fact that I'm completely outraged, she should have been asking that woman, is there anything that I could do for you? Can I carry something to your car?
Can I help you get
Can I help you? Can I do
get?
this? Can I do that?
She's struggling.
But that negative karma ripples out. She probably has a child. She probably got 2 or 3. And she's teaching her children to be as damnable as she is. Then when something befalls her, she wants to cry, oh Lord, how come this happened, this, that, and the third.
And even crazier,
days.
She'll probably be the same type of chick that would bitch and moan and raise a fit if somebody did that to her grandparent, or somebody did to somebody that somebody she loved, and say, oh, how you gonna do that, whatever. But it was okay for you to go do that and disrespect somebody else like crazy.
And before we move on, I just want to say this. This is the answer to why. Why did this happen to me? This is not fair. This, that, and other. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. When you do something, it comes back on you.
Karma.
Yeah, karma.
It's called karma. So if you're around, just finally, if you're around a person that's always belly aching, always in distress, always crying, always depressed, they don't understand that their life is in the condition that it is because somewhere in the past they've done some bad thing and it's coming back.
Right.
That's karma.
Clap
Negroes.
that up. And let's read some comments.
Right. Phyllis Woodbury said, come on. Exactly, kids. Nikki Raspberry said, come on, Woo. D. Sand said, that poor lady, I can't imagine when she got into the checkout. I hope they were able to get the young lady of security. Oh, Lord, hold on.
Yeah, the security footage.
Right. Hold on 1 second, y'all, because this thing be tripping. Demetrius said, this is the very reason our youth is not taken seriously, and we will continue to be apples in the barrel. A handful of bad apple is going to keep spreading the whole lot of us.
You know,
spoiling all of us.
You know what else, you idiot? Mama's car keys was probably in there, and her house keys are. So now she can't even get into her home.
Right.
She can't even get into her car.
But knowing that fool, she probably just took the bag, rummaged through it to see if there was money in there, see whatever she could get, and then drop the bag somewhere. That's what they do. That's what they do. They take the money and then leave everything else for somebody to find it.
My mother just going to have to get mad with us. And I know we got more comments to read.
Yeah.
My mother just going to have to get mad with us because we rocking with you, man. We rolling with you wherever you go.
You have to.
You do that to one of my elders, you got a problem.
Right.
Take it how you want it.
Let me get a phone call.
Take it how you want it.
Tracy
Male,
Abram said,
female?
Lord of the Flies.
Exactly.
Phyllis Woodbury said, are you kidding me? That's taking advantage of her instead of helping her reach for the items.
Yep.
Nikki Raspberry said, oh, hell no. And so did Juanita.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she also, Juanita also said, just listening to the comments, they need to stop this right now. When children begin doing adult things, then adult consequences come into play.
I mean, what do you think should happen? They got her on camera, so what do you think should happen to her?
She should be arrested.
Of course.
No warning, no nothing. You want to rob somebody? That's robbery.
No, she needs to be
robbed her.
Placed in custody.
Alicia Mitchell said, I'm at a loss. I do know this. What you sow, you shall reap. I wish no harm on nobody, but I do know God don't like ugly. He ain't cool with cute. God have mercy on her. Praying for the senior that this happened to.
I think that
identity theft.
In addition to the fact that that's an elder and that's a youngling, the lack of compassion or empathy, one human being towards another human being. Do you know that there are enemies in our community that say that we are not human, that we are bereft of compassion and intelligence and intellect and love and everything?
Yeah.
So now, not only have you harmed the person, now our open enemy is going to use it as justification to say we're not human. Where is your humanity? It's disgusting.
Yep.
Moving on. Next story. So, man, they just love us, don't they? Arizona lawmaker says black people don't fit in.
Oh, really?
Arizona lawmaker says black people don't fit in.
Okay.
And listen, old people don't either. That's why I'm making this bigger for Woo. I'm making this bigger for Woo.
Thank you so much. This is the society we live in. Unacceptable. There will always be ignorant pieces of shit spreading hate and segregation. It's just a matter of staying focused and educated and simply being human. My stepfather is a prince from a village in West Cameroon, Africa. I've seen what he goes through as a black immigrant in America, just as I've seen and experienced hate and shade thrown at my mother for marrying outside her race. If there's anything I've learned from these idiots, it's not to be a unhappy piece of crap bigot. I will never go for this.
All right, we're going to run the clip.
That wasn't.
All right, here we go.
David Stringer heard making racially offensive remarks, this time saying African Americans don't fit in.
Everybody looks the same, everybody talks the same, but that's not the case with African Americans and other racial groups because they don't melt in, they don't blend in, they always look different.
I did reach out to Stringer over the phone this morning.
Mr. Stringer, it's Dennis Welch with CBS 5 News. How are you?
He made it clear he did not want to talk to us.
I'm sorry, I'm not
taking any calls.
I wanted to just ask you why you think that
I have no comment, sir.
but-
I'm not taking any questions.
but you-
I don't mean to be rude, but I'm just not taking any questions.
But you are making comment.
While Stringer didn't comment, the incoming Speaker of the House, Rusty Bowers, lashed out at his GOP colleague.
Trying to rein in what I'm feeling in my stomach.
Earlier this year, Stringer was seen on video saying there wasn't enough white kids to go around. David Stringer heard making racially offensive remarks, this time saying African Americans don't fit in.
Everybody looks the same, everybody talks the same, but that's not the case with African Americans and other racial groups because they.
Lord Jesus. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so my message is directed to all the woke people in my community that say voting doesn't matter. They say it doesn't make a difference. Listen, am I surprised at a bigot and a racist white boy?
No.
Absolutely not. What I am surprised is how apathetic some of our community is when it comes down to the levels of power. It's not just about protesting. It's not just about being mad. It's about taking every opportunity to stand against this type of vitriol. If you don't vote, you can't vote a person like that out. Then you want to complain and whine and say, don't treat us this way. When there are some people in our community, I'm sorry I'm going off on a rant, that say it doesn't matter if you vote. It doesn't matter if you're politically involved. Oh, the system is rigged. What do you say about that? How come some of us in our community are afraid to use the power that people were hung, shot, and burned for? Didn't even have the right to vote. Yet we can see stuff like this every day and sit passively by. No. I'm talking to us, not to that bigot. What we gonna do?
Sandy, so he's basically saying you're not white, you will never fit in. And you know what? That's the truth.
Yeah.
In their world, in their system, that's the truth. Like, we never gonna fit in.
And Tracy said, what should we fit into? Shackles and chains?
Yeah, exactly.
And everybody's basically calling him a prick in an ass. Pretty much.
We fit into the cotton fields.
Right.
And to some, that's all we'll ever be.
In the prisons.
And exactly. And the extension of slavery is the prison system.
Right.
Well, but you know what? The sad part about it is, I mean, the more stories, like we covered the story earlier about the high schoolers and the KKK singing a racial Jingle Bell song. And now you got an actual politician saying that, you guys just don't fit in. I mean, like, they just look, you can't tell them who they are. They just look different. We're supposed to be different.
Right.
And see, the beautiful thing about our culture is, and about minorities or whatever, it's like we can blend in anywhere. We can melt with chameleons. We adapt very well. And we said this before in the show, we adapt into any situations. And a lot of the people that are saying these things against us, they can't.
Right.
They can't. We can go to a corporate setting. We can go to the club. We can go to their cookout and our own cookout. We could blend in their picnics, right?
Their picnics,
and they can't blend in our cookouts. You feel me?
Right.
And there's that difference or whatever. And sometimes that causes envy because we can do a lot of things. And we could adapt to a lot of situations.
Right.
And this is where the envy and the hatred and the jealousy comes from. Because you can't, but what's the expression we use? Don't hate the player,
right.
Hate the game. It's not our fault. We can adapt to situations. Y'all made us that way.
Check out the ISIS Papers by Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, late elder, God rest her soul, where she describes the key to racism, which is fear of genetic annihilation. There's no surprise that white folks come from black folks. The reason that we're able to fit in is because we produce them. So I just think that, we have an opportunity to understand where racism comes from, right? Because if we were all allowed to commingle, we all know what would happen. So we need to take this opportunity to educate ourselves, to understand where the racist white person's fears comes from. It's real. And you burying your head in the sand and you letting people tell you that you're a reverse racist, and you letting people tell you that it doesn't matter and you don't see color, your enemy does see the color. Take it how you want it. The information that we need to fight this type of thing has already been put out there. Choose to take what you already know and you already had, or don't, or you're going to keep seeing stuff like this happen.
Yeah, we have another comment real quick.
Okay.
G Money said voting makes all the difference. Just because we didn't win last time, we can't give up. If we do, they win by default. Vote. I vote, he said.
Yeah, no doubt. Good.
Absolutely.
No doubt. Get out there and vote. If you're just joining us, this is the Man Cave Morning / Afternoon Show. All right. And we want to thank everybody with your comments. And I'm loving how, everybody's different views and opinions and everything. And let me tell you something. Again, I want to debunk this whole myth that this show is just for us. No, this show is for everybody. Right. But we have to call out some of the things. The news that we talk about, some of these stories, they're running so rampant, is that we find one every day. Like Absolutely. We find one every day when we doing research and we looking for things to discuss with. We find the same. We find it every day. So I think the best way to find a solution to things, right, is to talk about them and discuss it. So whether you are a Caucasian person listening to the show, Latino, African American, Asian, whatever, we can all find some common ground through our discussion, and just to see how we feel. And you're free to tell us how you feel too. You can call in 646-233-1302. All right, you already know what it is.
Thanks for saying that, General, because I love, respect, and appreciate it. So does everyone on this panel. Lively debate. If you don't agree, if you think what I'm saying is wrong, anyone here is saying is wrong, call in. Mm-hmm. Like, we have to expose this stuff. So thank you for saying that, sir.
No doubt. Eddie Murphy.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I got to lighten it up a little bit.
My goodness.
Eddie Murphy, my dude. Eddie Murphy welcomes 10th child.
What?
Baby boy Max Charles Murphy.
Jesus.
Congrats. Well, clap him up. Congratulations.
He still works.
Damn,
That's
bro.
great. Hey.
Yeesh.
You like it? I love it.
Hey, I ain't mad. All right, let's congratulate him. What did it say?
57-year-old. Congrats are in order for Eddie Murphy, as he is a father again for the 10th time. 57-year-old Eddie and his 39-year-old fiancee, Paige Butcher, welcome the baby boy on November 30th. The new addition to the family will be Eddie's 10th child and Paige's second, as the two already have a 2-year-old daughter, Izzy, together. The couple named their son Max Charles Murphy with his middle name, honoring Eddie's late brother and fellow actor Charlie Murphy, who passed on due to leukemia last year. Congratulations to the couple.
Wow. Okay. No doubt.
Oh, look. Listen. Big up, respect. God bless you. God bless all of your kids. My question is, even though you got money, you rich, and you got power and stuff like that, can you pay attention to 10 different children? Can you father? And I know people are going to say yes, but I'm just asking. I got 2, and that's a lot for me.
Somebody going to get left out.
Most of his should be grown by now, right?
But I got what you're saying. But can you, even though your kids are grown, you still got to parent them? You're telling me you can parent 10 different personalities, 10 different human beings with thoughts, ideas, and reasonings that you can say okay, and okay, and okay.
I can answer that.
And what's your name? Go ahead.
For Eddie Murphy, yeah, because he plays like 25 different characters, so why not? He got to pay attention to himself. He might as well pay mine to his kids.
Okay.
You got the grandma, you got Sherman, you got the...
at some
Buddy
point,
Love.
At some point at the Thanksgiving dinner table, you like... Who are you again? Oh, Robert. I'm sorry, son. But at some point, you got.
At some point, they just become you. Get over here.
Can I say one more thing? When you got kids and grandkids that are the same age, that's a lot. I'm just saying, like,
hey,
his kids are grown, so his daughter have us. You know what I mean? It's like, wow, grandpa, blah, blah, blah. But whatever. Look, God bless you, brother.
His mojo still work. Why not?
I mean, look, man. Black people have a lot of kids, I guess. So hey. Congratulations, sir. Love you. I'm a fan.
Let's talk about this.
I don't know what to say.
What's the situation with this Facebook story with the ex-employee there? I know you know more about it.
There was an ex-employee that blew the whistle on Facebook and basically outlined some feelings that we active Black Facebook users already know. To wit, he was discouraged to express his opinion about racism. He was treated poorly. He was disrespected, some racial overtones, some racial epithets. To be more specific, he began to recognize a pattern that not only was there not diversity, meaning in the workplace, there was a lack of diversity of opinion, meaning like if a Facebook user says something that was racially, motivated or whatever, that content would be taken down and they will be discouraged. The black people within the Facebook organization will be discouraged from expressing their opinion. So he blew the whistle.
Wow. All right. So I got the story up right here for those that want to, and thanks, Wu, for dropping that. Facebook has a problem with black people. Former employee charges. You think, though?
I mean, you asking a conspiracy theorist, bro. So you what do you think? I'll ask you first because I have, I have a definite opinion on this. So
right.
So it says San Francisco, Facebook has a problem with black people. That's the assessment of Mark Lucky, a former employee who says racial discrimination is real, both on the company's Silicon Valley campus and on the social media giant's platform. A Facebook post he shared with management and employees early this month and released publicly on Tuesday exposes racial fault lines that Lucky says should be a matter of grave public alarm, with the lack of representation and agency of black people inside Facebook directly affecting how black people on Facebook are treated. I wish I didn't have to write it. I was determined to stay there and build. Lucky told USA Today in an interview Tuesday, I had to write what all the black employees are saying and feeling, and we don't feel empowered to speak about it.
Blacks and Latinos have long been excluded from major tech companies in Silicon Valley, even as recognition grows that the lack of diversity undercuts the ability of companies to build technology that appeals to a broad cross-section of consumers. Tech workers who have historically been reluctant to publicly criticize their employees have begun speaking out more this year, hoping to rattle the status quo. Wow.
So if you look at the demographics of, let's say, Facebook, how many African Americans or how many Latinos are there? That's just simple to see. Second, it's America. Hello, newsflash, there's racism. So we already know that. So when you're talking about a supposed free platform, if the majority feels like what you're expressing, is not acceptable to the majority, then it's no longer free. Facebook is supposed to be about the exchange of ideas. I'm not just saying this because I've been put in Facebook jail more times than I can remember. I'm not just saying that because my counterparts have been put on Facebook jail. I'm not just saying that because my show has been cut off on more than one, more than two, more than three, more than four, more than five. If we don't start addressing this and shining a light on it, things like this are going to continue to happen. Listen, last thing. Here's the next point I want to make. All my Facebook friends basically all think the way I do. So look, you know what comes in my feed? Crap that I think. Now, you know what that does? That skews my view of the world because the only thing that I get on my Facebook feed are conspiracy theorists like myself. So you know what I have to do? I have to go to other Facebook pages to understand that there's a different point of view. Lastly, if there's nobody there to offer the point of view, because there's nobody there, this is clearly a problem. It goes deep.
Here's the thing. All right. So you ever notice, so you got Facebook up, or maybe you don't have Facebook up, but you're on your computer or you're on your phone and you're online shopping for blue dresses. I'm just using that example, blue dresses, In my case, I'm shopping for DJ equipment. And next thing you know, you pull up Facebook, and on the right side, it'll be blue dresses or DJ equipment. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you're like, dang, okay, now I'm getting all these blue dresses. And there's different stores that selling blue dresses. There's different stores that selling DJ equipment, whatever like that. So what we have to realize is that none of our information is off limits. All right. From the time we've been using computers and we buy things online, we use our credit card, we use this, we use that, our phone numbers, this, that, everything sits in one major database. So Google can either be good used for good and Google can be used for bad because it tracks everything you ever searched and researched, right? And everything you ever searched and researched, they sell this content. There are companies right now that are multi-million, multi-billion-dollar companies just because of your habits, just because of your characteristics. They sell that information to people, right? So we have to realize this now. So you're talking about Facebook now knows our algorithms. Like you said, you like conspiracy theory content.
Right.
Kiss may like to look up, I want to see this Barbra Streisand song I didn't know about, blah, 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 blah. Next thing you know, all you're seeing is Barbra Streisand stuff, right? So there's algorithms, and I know some of y'all know this already, but there's algorithms that create what's called aggregated content.
Right.
So if you look up the word aggregated content, whatever, it compiles all this information about you.
And it's like, and to me, it's even getting as petty as, like this morning when I walked in, when I came, I said you guys were rocking. They shut you down, right, for the music. I just feel like you're a DJ. Right. You should be able to, to play content, to play. This is what you do, and even something as simple as what we do. Like I've gotten shut down on my own page for posting Allure music. It's mine. I'm the performer.
Please repeat that one more time.
Like I've gotten shut down literally for posting our own music.
For music that belongs to you.
belongs to me. And then I have to go and appeal it. I'm the artist and I have to go and appeal it to say, this is me, this is us, this is this. Like, why do we have to keep on doing this? And it's like and on the same breath, you'll go to other pages, and I gotta say it. I've gone to many other celebrities, whether Caucasian, whatever, or because they have more money, or because they have more more fame, whatever the case may be. And a lot of these people's pages are untouched. So you have to start thinking about who's kind of like, what's the word I'm having a brain fart. You have to figure out who's kind of on whose side here, because then it's like now you're shutting down even the littlest things.
We black. We
right.
Know.
Well, we got that.
We already know.
We got that, but there's also a lot of black celebrities and a lot of black people who are not really on our levels. They're in different levels along with these same people who are shutting us down. And it's like, you really got to think about this shit. It's racism is everywhere, even in the slightest.
Say the word.
Even in the slightest. Racism is everywhere.
Racism.
See,
what it is.
There's target marketing, but just like there's target marketing, there's targeted policing of social media. So and we have to realize it. So what this brother was saying at Facebook, look, there's some unfair practices going on. I know a few times here at the station, and I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all.
Speak.
When we're talking about certain issues,
they cut off,
and we're running certain stories,
we get cut off.
We'll get shut down.
Oh wait, and real quick, not to make you lose your thought. Also forgot that the reason why, you know what's so funny? They didn't start doing this shutting down like on the live and stuff like that. They're starting to do that so often now. You can't even be at a party and show your event, because if the DJ's playing something, they're gonna show you know why? Because Facebook just bought Instagram. So now we're going through it everywhere. They own it. So it's like it's a wrap for us. Like we can't even we won't even be able to like really for real promote even our own stuff, because why?
So if I may, what this platform did initially was allow the little guy to get his content out. Now what you're seeing is that content is being completely shut down. Listen, the exchange of ideas. If you don't have different opinions and different ethnicities, if you shut them down, if you target them, if you don't hire them, and if you do hire them, you're abusive towards them racially and discourage them from speaking a contrary opinion, then what do you have? You have Big Brother. The same complaint that you make against Fox and CNN, which is that this is this all-powerful, all-knowing person that makes a decision about content. The internet used to be free, but now it's not. So for people like us who give out contrary content, they can label us, they can criminalize us, they can shut us down, they can use words like terrorism, anti-American, Me Too. They can do these other things. So what you're seeing is them cracking down on information and knowledge. Knowledge is power. And lastly, get a black platform. Great, I'm all for that. I haven't seen a black platform as big as Facebook.
Nobody would
keep it
support
100. And black people wouldn't support it either.
Nobody would support it.
Right.
So you want to hear the thing. So all right. So I'm gonna keep it 300. Since Napster and all this stuff didn't happen by chance, right? So I'm gonna take it back to then with MySpace and all of this, whatever, right? So what we're seeing and what we've been constantly witnessing without notice that it's been going on is it's another way to keep suppressing us, keep let me suppress the situation, let me keep oppressing them, let me do this, let me do that, whatever. And I'm gonna tell you how, right? So when we started coming up, right, remember the whole hip-hop era, and then people really started making these artists that were from the hood and the ghettos and this started making a lot of money off their music. So they was able to start taking care of their families and whatever. So okay, we no longer have to sell drugs. Now we can make money off this music thing. When they saw how big that got, yo, we got to find a way to shut this down.
Absolutely.
Of course.
We got to find a way to shut this down. We've seen a lot of these little Negroes making all this money and becoming millionaires, and getting rich off this system. So okay, so now let's digitize everything. You know what? If we make it free, almost where they can get it, people can just pirate it.
Please speak. Bro.
It's going to stop them from making as much money as they're making. And it's going to take away their power because they saw hip hop. The whole hip hop culture actually empowered us. Right. Come on, clothing lines, TV networks,
food,
everything, food.
Yeah,
everything.
Of course.
It empowered us.
Yeah.
Right? Let's shut that down. So every time there's something that comes up that empowers us, they find a way to kind of shut it down. So now even with Facebook and Instagram, there's been a lot of people that's been able to eat off of Instagram. And they didn't have to pay
YouTube too.
They didn't have to pay advertising agencies now.
Look how it's changed.
Market their small business or whatever like that. So when they saw that, just like a gangster does and just like the mafia does, if I don't get a piece of it, I'm gonna shut you down.
Yep.
You feel me? So it's the same gangster mentality that the system is using, which is controlled by the government. And don't think that Twitter and Facebook and Instagram is not controlled by the government. It is controlled by the government.
Right.
So when they see you start eating off something too much and they can't have a piece of what you're eating off of, they're gonna find a way to shut it down.
This conversation is also profitable because it goes against the bootstrap narrative. If you just get an education, if you just pull your pants up, if you just do this and if you just do that, to say that there is not a system of people, there is not power directed against you, working directly against you, not every single time, but a lot of times when brown people and black people and so-called minorities try to address the fact that there are powerful monopolies designed to literally and figuratively, it's right there, keep you down. What they do is they send more conservative black people out to go, it's not happening. Or the reason that you are oppressed is because you're not trying hard enough. Okay, you have to try hard enough, but you also have to address the systematic racist practices of the country that you're in. So, to wit, now with the new technology, it's the same racism. So if you see what they did in the music industry, if you see what they did to our freedom, if you see what they did to our civil rights, if you see what we had to go through to get vote, if you see how they're trying to take the right to vote, if you see how they criminalize your behavior and say, okay, if you're a criminal, look, you don't get the right to vote, so you don't have access to the system. The reason that I love this platform is that we illustrate that this stuff is real, finally. Yes, yes, yes. Be responsible. Yes, yes, yes. Say your prayers and do everything else, but also acknowledge that there is a system that you have to fight against. If you don't fight against them, you're going to get crushed.
What we got to realize, this is our friend and this is our enemy at the same time.
Right.
And technology, again, is our friend and it's our enemy. Me as a DJ, technology made it so much easier to be able to do certain things, but at the same time, there's pros and cons to that too. Now, when you talk about having all these digitized remember when the whole cable companies across the world changed all the cable boxes. You had to have a digital box now, or your
no more free TV.
Your didn't work.
Yeah.
So when
water used to be free too.
When the days of antennas was over or whatever, there's a reason.
Absolutely.
For all of that, man.
Absolutely.
And listen, right now, all these smart TV are too damn smart.
Right.
They're too damn smart. These smartphones, they're too damn smart. Trust and believe. Just like we could see into something,
They could see out. Oh, yo,
see out of something.
let me tell you how.
They can
No
see
lie.
into it too.
I'm a big Law and Order fanatic. And I was binging, and there was an episode where they were trying to catch somebody as usual, but they videotaped the murder happening from Homeboy Smart TV. There was a camera like in the border of the actual thing. And then the other day, we're in the house or whatever, and me, Ori, and Steve are talking, and all of a sudden my TV literally just froze and it said reset TV. I couldn't press anything. And I'm just like, and I lied to you not. I'm like, Ori, has this ever happened to your TV? Because we have the same TV.
Right.
I'm pressing. Nothing's working. All of a sudden, I start screaming. Y'all think I'm stupid? You watch me through my TV? So I'm joking. I'm like, watch somebody else's TV. I said, I'm not selling no drugs. I'm not doing some whatever. I said, stop looking through my damn TV. Right. The minute I said that, my TV reset. And I was supposed to press something to actually reset. The minute I said that, I swear to God, my TV went off and came right back onto the show that I was watching.
Yo,
y'all kidding me right now?
It's real out here.
I'm getting ready to break my TV.
This is why. Let me tell you something. There's no criminal out here that really can't be caught.
Oh my
There's too
God.
much technology and too much surveillance and too many satellites and all of that. So if they really wanted to, if they really wanted to catch this person for this or catch that person for that, they can or whatever like that. And these are two-way devices. Trust me.
Oh yeah.
These are two-way devices. You can see into it, and somebody else is looking into what you're seeing as well. So let's be real, people.
What is chilling? What is chilling? Because I know if you ever read the book 1984, we're literally technically beyond that. When they're like, "Oh, Big Brother, that's just draconian, this and the other."
Right.
Let me tell you something, America, not just Black America, Brown America. We have voluntarily given our freedoms away to corporations. We are literally now enslaved to that. Now, people don't really understand how deep it lies. It's the mark of the beast, this, and the third. You voluntarily, I voluntarily track myself. I voluntarily give information about my buying habits, my spending habits. I voluntarily give away my freedom because, hey, you got to lose a little freedom to protect yourself to this, that, and the third.
Right.
So when you think that somehow that you are a slave and that you're controlled because someone has a gun to your head, it's easier to fight that type of enemy. What's difficult to understand and to accept is that we are also the enemy. Why? Because we have voluntarily given our freedom away. Happily, voluntarily, we are happy to be programmed by media. We're happy to be watched. We're happy to be this. We're happy to be that. And in conclusion, the people that are not happy, the people that are saying, wait a minute, the people are saying, what's going on? I read books and I don't go online. We are then categorized as kooks. So now, lastly, the truth is now labeled as a fallacy or that you're being crazy. So now literally a lie is the truth and the truth is a lie. Wake up.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a lot. This could be a whole show by itself.
For real.
Shout out to everybody who is checking. If you just joined us, you're on the Man Cave Morning / Afternoon Show. The phone lines are now open, so you can call in 646-233-1302. You already know what it is. Wow, we just got deep for a minute, bruh.
You know what? Every once in a while.
We just got deep for a minute.
Every once in a while, you got to go there, bro.
And this one is exciting.
San Francisco to dismiss all marijuana convictions dating back to 1975 as California redefines attitude to cannabis.
I gotta go to Cali for this? Come on now. Stop playing.
It's a start.
But yo, think about how crazy that is. All right, let's read a little. We don't have no clip with it, but I think this is an amazing thing. Why? Because no, it's real talk. Think about how many people been locked up in trumped up charges and for something as small as weed or having a nickel bag or a dime bag or whatever, and their whole
been clean all their life.
Their whole life has been tarnished behind whatever. So the fact that they're going to dismiss marijuana convictions dating back to 1975, it's only in Cali. They do that in New York and Jersey.
Oh, forget it.
A lot of us can get better jobs.
Yeah, exactly. The prison industrial complex will collapse.
Oh, come on. If they do that in Jersey, a lot of people would be good. No doubt. DT said puff, puff, pass.
No doubt.
Mickey Raspberry said, the beast. Yeah.
The beast is coming.
Yeah, no doubt. But
now, quickly, if you look at how we are disproportionately, black folk, locked up for petty drug charges like marijuana. In other words, white boy got an ounce, black boy got an ounce, black boy don't go to jail. I mean, white boy doesn't go to jail, etc. So the idea that they are vacating these sentences, my next question, I would like to open a barrel of worms to say, okay, so if they're getting vacated, were they unjust to begin with? And if they were unjust to begin with, do we have recourse financially, perhaps? Just saying. Go California, legalize it. Listen, when I say legalize it, it's more than just, some pothead, wants access to his dope or whatever. It is dismantling the prison industrial complex because we are jailed at a disproportionate rate compared to other people. They use it to imprison us. So if I got a second strike and they pop me for weed, third strike, you're out, felon, etc.
Wow, let's read some comments.
D-San said, no, check this out. My son and I were in the room talking, and my Alexa said out the blue, I think I will listen, and I shut it off for the moment. And we looked at each other like, crazy. Wow.
Definitely had my TV turned on to turn off.
Yo, it's like I'm scared to even turn anything on anymore.
Definitely.
The HS required reading, Deidre Howard. DT said everyone is Lord. This computer. Okay. Everyone is watched no matter how much you try to hide yourself.
Absolutely.
Demetra said this is the only way they can control an economy within an economy. Minorities know how to make a come up, and the government does not like it because they can't control what we make. So institutionalized racism is a way of controlling us and controlling the population.
Yeah, true indeed.
Absolutely.
True indeed.
Yes.
All right. Here's a what if this was one of us. What if this situation was one of us? What would have happened to one of us? I'm just going to run a clip.
All right.
And y'all just tell me what y'all think about this clip.
Okay. Hey, brother.
You stupid fucking bitch! There's my fucking license, you piece of shit! You wanna pull a gun on me in front of my fucking kid? I'll fucking kill your fucking ass! Stupid fucking bitch! What's in the car? Fuck you! Next time you're fucking ass!
What's in the car?
Okay.
Wow.
If that was you,
I'll be executed.
Me, even Kiss.
I'll be executed. I'll be murdered.
You see when the truck went by, you didn't see them no more? Once you was able to see it,
yeah, right. Absolutely. No joke. You trying to make it. Absolutely.
Let one of us talk to a cop like that.
You'll be murdered.
Yeah.
I'll effing kill you.
And the threat, I'll effing kill you.
Cop?
He said,
man.
I was in fear for my life. Gun.
Man, Shevitz.
Please.
Shevitz. Stupid.
Man,
suicide by a cop, bro.
Wow.
When that went, listen. I'll kill you. I felt he was reaching for something.
Right.
But no. White privilege doesn't exist. There is no racism, and I'm racist, by the way. When I speak out against stuff like this.
Shout out to Victor Johnson. Let's read.
Hey, Vic. He on both.
Hey, Pie Lady. What's up, Juanita?
Hey, Juanita.
And he's still not shot.
Right.
What? Oh, you moved it.
Pale said, damn screen freeze. Victor said, and he's still not shot. We won't say nothing, and we would have got shot.
Right.
And the excuse would have been he was reaching.
That's
they
exactly,
feared for their life.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
Juanita said, oh, wow. The second he raised his voice, he would have been full of bullets.
Yeah, come on,
man. So before you move on, if someone says, I'm going to kill you, what could you possibly be afraid that they may act out on it? In other words, they always say they're afraid of us. They're afraid of us. He might do something. Here you have a case where you should be afraid. You see what I'm trying to say? Like,
well, maybe the cop was just a punk because he was like, "Oh, the kids in the car, whatever." But
I think he was pulling
kid
over.
Or not, they shot that poor guy. Remember with the girl in the car and the kid in the back.
I think he.
Man.
I think he. he pulled over a white guy. That's what I think.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, I was
Big
afraid of my life.
difference.
This man, listen. He said, I'm going to kill you. Look, and then tried to get out of the car. Like, he could have shot me. He could have he reached for my gun. How come none of that happened? You know why.
Crazy. Hey, Dawn.
I don't know. So if you're just joining us,
Dawn said, wow, sad thing is that she's not even shocked.
No, I'm not.
Our beloved Hurricane Kiss wanted to talk about wants versus needs. Wants versus needs. And also, what could happen, man, if you know, what happens when you're getting
get
too
too
comfortable
comfortable.
in your relationship. we going to touch on this. I know you got your thing pulled up. So what is this?
Well, this is just 11 signs that you are too comfortable in your relationship and it's causing problems. And the reason why I brought up the whole wants versus needs thing is because I was having a conversation with somebody the other day, and this person was just complaining about their relationship. And my whole thing was, so if there's so much bad in the relationship, then why are you staying? So,
Wow.
and the response, and usually when somebody asks me that question, my first initial thing would be because I love the person or whatever. And this person's response was because I want to be taken care of.
Wow.
I don't want to leave this person because if I do, then, you know, everything that I got going on right now, I won't get the help that I need. I'm like, oh, so you just want to be there. You don't need to be there. You don't need him. You just want him. Big difference.
Wow. You said a mouthful.
So yeah.
Yo, that's crazy. You know what? Because I know people like that. They complain all the time about the person that they with. And they've been with them for like years.
Right.
And every day you complaining about them. Like, okay, you can't possibly say you love somebody and like somebody that you complain about that much. Like, tell me, I don't hear one thing great you're saying about the person.
Right.
Oh my God, he get on my nerves and this and this and that. I can't stand him and this and that. Oh my God. And I asked him to do this and this and this and that. And I told him to buy me a blue bag. He brought me a red one.
Yeah.
And I told him to get me the big piece of chicken. He got me the big piece of chicken, but it was dark meat. And then like every little
Always
single
something.
thing you just complaining about. Like, why are you with the person? So let's get into this. Man.
Okay.
All right. And also too, I wanted to talk about 10 things that you need. 10 things your relationship needs to thrive. And I think a lot of people need to hear this one. Anybody in a relationship that's been dating somebody, married to somebody, committed to somebody, whatever, there's things that you need in it for it to thrive. And we can see if we agree or disagree.
Okay.
All right. So you want to rock with?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll go with
So let's go. So number one, we are going to say whether we agree with this or we disagree with it. This is 10 things you need for your relationship to work. So we'll this really is good for you. This the super player.
Wow.
This the lonely man. Number one, kind, constant, and honest communication. Without talking, your relationship will not survive. The more you communicate, the closer you will be.
Now, this is a need for a relationship.
Right.
That's not a want.
Right.
So we all agree with that one?
Yes.
Agreed.
All right.
Two.
Number two, the willingness to work through difficulties and disagreements. Throwing in the towel, even if you don't walk out the door, is not the path to happiness. You must face discomfort that comes with differing opinions and ideas. Whoa, before you move.
Yes, the willingness to work through difficulties and disagreements.
Face the discomfort that comes from what, Kiss? Read it.
Differing opinions and ideas.
Hold it before you move on. Wait a minute now. Whoa. We might whoa.
Whoa, Nelly.
He pumped his brakes hard on that one.
Know that most people are uncomfortable with ideas that they don't agree with. A relationship doesn't mean it's okay as long as you agree with me. Number two, no, I did hear you the first time. No, you don't have to repeat yourself, Kiz. I don't agree with you. the discomfort that it causes. Because why? My ego dictates that everything that I do and everything that I say is right.
Right.
My ego says that my way of perceiving the universe is not flawed. Listen, if I'm emotional, if I'm tired, if I'm horny, if I'm sick, if I'm thirsty, if I'm angry, how many more you want?
Right.
All of those things prevent me from accurately seeing things the way they are. Means that they're wrong. So when my woman says, Dawu, you're wrong, I get uncomfortable because my ego dictates that I'm always right.
And ego is fighting the
Number
ego
one
is half
killer.
half the battle.
Absolutely.
Number one killer
That's
in a
half the
relationship.
battle. So
Absolutely.
if you just joined us, we're talking about 10 things your relationship needs to thrive. And we're talking about needs versus wants.
Need.
You know, and so far we on number 2. And both of those your relationship need. All right.
Number 3, a sense of humor, some fun, and a bit of distraction from the rigors of daily life.
Yes.
Just as we need to breathe to survive, your love needs a breath of fresh air to flourish.
Yes.
Giving your relationship what it needs to thrive is a truly loving gesture. You can't spend all your free time working on your relationship. Don't make it a hobby. Discuss what you like to do, where you like to go, and how you both like to have fun. Then go do it.
Yep.
Yeah, clap
That sound like Kiss.
Absolutely.
That's Kiss always say that.
Yep.
Look, man, you got to learn to laugh at
Because
things.
sometimes it's that simple.
You got to learn to
That
laugh.
simple.
You got to have some fun, some humor. I can't stand no serious, tense ass house.
Right.
When
Yes.
I walk into a house and it's serious and it's tense and it's that and say something to you and blah 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 blah. Shoot, man, that bothers me.
And you got to learn how to laugh at yourself too.
Come on.
But you so
yeah.
stuck up and arrogant and all twisted, like you said, you can't laugh at yourself. It's not that I'm making fun. We just having a good time. And if you take yourself that seriously, your relationship, I agree, your relationship is going to fail.
Yeah.
I walk in the house and grab a sandwich. I'm getting off work. I grab a sandwich, whatever. Did you take out the garbage?
I can't stand.
Like, yo, I just walked in the crib.
General, how
Just
many
walked in
people
the
have
crib,
relationships
man.
like that, though?
Jeez, can I get a hug? Can I get a kiss?
How many people live that type of life where as soon as you walk in the door, it's not even, I love you.
Man,
You
bruh.
know
How
what
are
it
you
is?
feeling?
Because we're living in an environment where, you know, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, whether you're living together or not, or you see each other on a regular basis every day after work, whatever, you're going to work, you're dealing with the stress from work. You're going, you know, and then once you're
The
leaving
stress of the
work,
world.
right, the stress of the world is weighing on you so heavy
Right.
that it's just that much harder for you to
Yes.
just let go of it before you say, okay, I got to go home. I know he or she's going to be there. I don't know what type of day they dealt with. I know I had a shitty day, but let me not bring this home. Let me just maybe premeditate in my brain that when I get home, that's gonna be my safe haven. That's gonna be the space that's gonna cause this to go away.
Right.
But instead, we let that anchor us so much. We let the weight of the world anchor us so much that it's like, I'm just gonna carry it wherever I go, whatever. And damn, who the hell don't like it? I'm going home, and he gonna have to deal with it. And that's not the way to go. Because then that starts to create issues that we technically don't even have.
Simply put, let me take 5 minutes to put you first, even though I'm tired.
Right.
Even though I'm angry with you.
Right.
You're the reason that I'm discomfort, that I don't have comfort. You're the reason, or so I think, because that's another show.
Right.
But when you walk in the door, mwah, wait, I love you. That's number one. Right? Because people could talk shit about each other all day and no one says that's too much.
Right.
Stop telling me you love me so much. But you can say hateful things all day, every day. Number 2, physical contact. Hey, love you. Number 3, how was your day? Saying, I care enough about you to ask you what you're doing, huh?
Say that
before
again.
I ask myself what I'm doing, because we're in a relationship. So, mwah, how are you? I love you. How was your day? Those 3 things tells your partner that you care about something other than just you. And the problem is, a lot of us don't want to do that. And lastly, Kiss, a lot of us push it away. What? How could it be too much love?
Right.
But it's never enough hate.
Yeah.
That's
We always say hateful, cruel, vicious things to each other.
Right.
Yeah.
But to say, hey, you good?
Yeah.
So now we're talking about wants versus needs, basically. And
your needs.
Yes.
Who wants tomorrow?
10 things your relationship needs to thrive. Needs to thrive.
Right.
Okay. So I think we all agree with 1, 2, and 3.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So number 4.
Sharing life lessons with the one you love. When you discover something about your life, or you make a self-correcting move that is healthy for your relationship, let your partner know. You will be surprised by the positive response. Please speak to that, because I got something for that.
Sharing life lessons with the one you love. It's great to sit down and have a conversation with something that changed you. You know, talk to your partner about something that changed you in your life. Right. You know, in a positive direction. I've done that numerous times. Like, yo, I used to be like this. You know, I used to be like this, and then I met you, and then I learned how to change the way I think. Now, when you say something like that to your mate, you'll get a positive response.
Absolutely.
So that, you know, because they'll be like, wow, you know, I didn't know that. You know, and a lot of times, sometimes your mate don't even actually start thinking like, damn, I don't even know why he's with me. I know he's with me, but I don't even know why. Yeah. But when you tell them why, and when you tell them how they make you feel, it brings y'all closer.
It's supposed to.
It's supposed to bring y'all closer.
It's supposed to be a common. It's supposed to be a common sense thing that if I'm with somebody, I'm with somebody for reasons that completely override the norm. They're not. It's not it's not because of monetary reasons. It's not because of what you can do for me. It's not because of what I expect from you. Of course, yes, we all have expectations, and some of us have certain standards when it comes to relationships. But if I can't come home and share something with you that is going to determine my life, because of the fact that I also internalize with that it also concerns your life, and we're supposed to be a team and we're supposed to build together, then who else am I supposed to speak to? So once I come home and I have this grandiose idea that's like, babe, this could be for us. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not excited because it's just for me, because it's us.
So
I'm not in a relationship by myself.
This advice works if your partner doesn't have low self-esteem.
It's not selfish.
If your partner is not jealous of you.
Right.
Selfish.
It works if
Very
your partner
selfish,
is not selfish.
Yep.
Yeah.
So when I bring the nugget home, or you bring the nugget home, I'm not threatened by that.
Exactly.
You think you're smarter than me? So what you saying?
Right.
Because I made this mistake. Who are you to tell me to change it? Blah, 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 blah. How many of us have experienced that? Not to be negative, but want to give the complete picture. And how many of us have ever been in a relationship where somebody was threatened by, you know, who you were as a person?
Oh, my Lord.
Huh? Or had low self-esteem. Or Kiss was not happy for your success. That's why you fuss and fight.
Right.
Because in your heart, you're not really happy. Now, you're not happy because you're angry or jealous or bitter. But what if you came home and found out that your spouse was jealous of you? Should you stay?
That's deep. That's deep.
I already know what. I'm sorry, I don't want me to speak for Kiss. I done heard. I feel like Kiss is talking to me in my head.
Because I done said a lot.
Yes.
But I mean, like, I've even been in situations where like nothing to. And I'm not going to say just to a woman. I'm just saying for my own personal, because I know men, you probably go through this too. But there's nothing more frustrating to a woman than being with a man who doesn't even understand why she's with him.
Hey.
Because you could be with somebody 10, 20 years, and this person will still be looking at you like you're an alien. Like, why are you here? Like, I don't get why you even deal with me. I don't get why you did this. I'm like, so if you don't get it, why the hell are you here? If that's the case, then you separate yourself from the situation and make it easier for me, because I'm not going to stay here for the rest of my life trying to help you figure it out. Like, it should be obvious. Like, when you're in love with somebody, it's obvious. Yeah, it's obvious. And I'm not saying through words, because I'm 42 years old, and I've honestly let go of that whole, but he said this. Oh, no. Right about now, you can say what the hell you want to say to me. If your actions do not match your words, me and you ain't rocking. And if I still rock with you, it's probably just because the sex is good. I'm just keeping it real.
And I know we got to move on, General.
Just saying.
If you're with someone that constantly points the negative out to you.
Oh my God.
Huh? But doesn't acknowledge the good that you do. Now, that's a question that I was forced to ask just recently, my family. To wit.
Right.
After me getting frustrated. Listen. you so loud, dog. You so opinionated. You so da, da, da. So I fell back, blah, 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 right? But what was happening was I was getting browbeat by this negative stuff. So I pulled back, and when I, got the phone call again, why are you with me? Here's why I'm with you. Da, 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 da. But you say this about me, which is all negative.
Right.
Therefore, you are absolutely right. You don't need to be with me. And that cuts off this repetitive negativity.
Right.
Just always bringing you down. I'm not saying I'm perfect, General, but damn, I got some redeeming qualities. Jesus Christ.
Right.
And if I'm in this repetitive thing where the person constantly, exactly. Eddie Murphy and from Boomerang when he asked
Halle Berry?
Not Halle Berry, the other one.
Oh,
please give me her name.
Skeletor? What's her face? Robin Givens.
When he asked Robin,
I'm sorry.
So why?
That was mean.
Look. So why are you with me, Eddie? Exactly. Sometimes you gotta have exactly. Don't be afraid to be by yourself.
Right.
You need to be by yourself if that's what you get.
Exactly.
No doubt.
Don't add no value. Be gone.
Well, yeah.
No doubt.
Be gone.
So we're talking about 10 things you need. 10 things your relationship needs to thrive. Needs
versus want.
It's the man cave.
Okay. All right. So we agree with that one.
Sorry,
we agree
Nikki.
with number 4.
Sabazi.
Her face always
Number
irks
5. Emotional support, validation, and compliments.
If you don't feel that your partner likes and respects you, there will be not a strong connection.
Yeah, I really have to read it like
have
that.
to lift each other up. I say again, you have to lift each other up
and let each other know the depth of your caring.
Not the shallowness of your caring. Not the fact that your caring does not exist, but the depths. The mountain high, the valley low, the depths below sea level.
Ain't no river wide enough, baby.
All right.
Hey.
Now,
I can't with
y'all look at that again. 5
Ding-dong.
emotional support, validation, and compliments. Jeez, emotional support, validation, and compliments.
If you don't feel that your partner, okay.
Come on, man.
Oh my God, I'm catching the spirit of
emotional support. Just back me up.
That's it.
Not me supporting you and you don't support me.
And I'm not saying back me up as in condone my bullshit.
No.
Or back me up as in cover up my flaws and cover up my
I need
mistakes
support,
and say and be a
stupid.
yes man or a yes woman. Do not do that. I hate that.
You see,
if I'm messing up, tell me I'm messing up. If I'm talking too much, tell me to shut the hell up.
You see me feeling insecure about myself for
God,
whatever reason,
yo.
right? You see me like kind of down on myself, whatever.
Right.
Oh, babe, you look handsome today. Oh, babe, nice. I like what you got on. Oh, babe, blah, 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 blah. This, that, whatever. These little
Hit him
things
in a Honda.
add up to big things.
Hey, loose here.
I'm just saying.
Sala la boca.
Validation, man. Come
That's
on.
it.
You know, newsflash.
And validation does not always mean just sprucing up somebody's ego. Validation can be from a lot much more of a deeper concept than just try not to bruise somebody's ego.
And
know the
please
difference.
don't be involved with Mr. Me Too.
Oh man.
Mrs. Me Too. I'm tired.
Yeah,
Me
me
too.
too.
I'm hurting. Me too. I'm
también.
scared.
Me too.
That's not support.
Right.
I mean, it's very counterproductive. It's very destructive, and a lot of us in times past have experienced the lack of support. If you don't support your partner, you're not gonna survive.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely, man. Come on, man.
Do a lot of damage.
Yes. Okay, so I guess so far, do we all agree with these things?
Yes.
That
Hey Norm,
we are talking about here.
you don't need support. You just a BAN. Boy, bye. Just completely do not validate my feeling. Whatever.
Right.
Now,
Me
of course,
too.
we know this from love, intimacy, romance, and sex. Now, I like how they put this though here. All right, these are the cornerstones of a loving relationship. A loving relationship.
Right.
Being great roommates just won't cut it. There has to be the desire
Yes.
Together.
What's that word?
Please say
Desire.
To be together as a couple. You may think the spark
has gone.
You may think the spark.
You may think the spark has
You
gone.
may think the spark.
Gone.
Yes.
Reignite it. Hit the big lighter.
But there are too many ways to rekindle it. All you have to do is try.
How many ways?
Love.
It's electric. No.
How many ways?
Can we reignite this spark, baby? Baby.
See,
spark it up.
The key word here
Light
that
it
I
up.
like.
Set it on fire.
On the serious tip, the key word that they use in this paragraph about number 6, I saw the word. The spark has gone, but there are too many ways to rekindle it. All you have to do is what?
Try.
All you have to do is what?
Try.
All you have to do is what?
Try. And you know what I love?
If you are not trying,
and then you get you ain't trying enough.
Right. Then that's the problem. The key thing is effort. Put in the effort. Make the effort. So if you're not trying, that's a bigger issue.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bigger issue.
I love the fact that they included sex in that. Love,
right?
Intimacy, romance, and what, people? Sex.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just about
and
sex.
people
I didn't
but
say
you
it was
know,
just about sex.
But
it's
also,
there.
the biggest mistake is that a lot of people think that they're all the same, and they're not.
And they're not.
They're not.
And they're not.
Yeah.
And
Two different things.
And if the sexual fire has
To me,
gone out,
intimacy
you're probably
overrides all that.
saying, you're probably the one saying, it ain't all about sex. That's probably you, because I already know that.
Yeah.
But when it's not there, we justify why we're not having it. All right, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. That's because people think that the sex is more important, and that doesn't mean that if the sex is good that I necessarily love you, and then they don't understand that intimacy is actually the biggest thing in a relationship. If you don't have intimacy, you don't have any of those things.
God.
If you don't have intimacy, the love and the sex doesn't even matter at this point.
I agree.
Because I'm sorry, I can't have sex with somebody I don't like, or I don't love, or I don't feel that I can be intimate with.
Speak.
Yeah.
And excuse me, man.
Joel Santana right here.
I want to physically
Dick
express. I want to physically express my intimacy.
Yes.
If I am intimate and if I am supported and I am attracted, why am I not having sex? That's the converse. It's the physical manifestation of what you just described. If there is no physical manifestation of your intimacy, sex, there's a problem.
Right.
Yeah. All right. You have to address it.
Yes, that's it.
All right.
Yes.
Now, again, if you just joined us, we're talking about 10 things your relationship needs to thrive.
Yes.
Okay. This is what you need to thrive. So those listening that's in a relationship, maybe this is helping. Hopefully this is helping somebody. All right. So number 7.
Ooh. Sharing goals and dreams that resonate with both of you.
With both of you.
Yes. We are happier when we are working toward a goal than when we have achieved one. Make sure you always have something to look forward to and that you are pursuing it as a couple.
Listen, listen, this is big. Whatever, you know, and the key word that I have to say with this whole thing is, if you're working towards something together, you know, as a couple, as a unit, whatever, you both mutually get that much satisfaction out of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I realize this, you know, whether you could be working towards fixing up the house together, whether it could be a job or career or something that y'all want to do together, you know, maybe I want to start a little business together or whatever, like just working on some type of goal together. Like, look, by 2020, we need to have this. Let's work towards this.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah. Whatever the case, whatever it may be. But,
you know what's funny? Kango just chimed in, and you're the perfect person to call to talk about this, because like I feel like him and Tajiri have the perfect combination. You hear me? The perfect combination of what we're discussing as far as being a couple who do things together, being a couple who are goal oriented. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't. A lot of people are together, but don't know how to be together. And I think every time we've sat with them and we talk to them all the time, and you see how they're built as a family and just as friends, you know, between as far as them being a couple, I think to me is a beautiful thing, because they just do everything together, and it's always for the goal of the family.
And I think it's important that you should share the same goals.
Right.
If my goal is just to stand pat, and stay in the house, and everything is okay, and just stay where we are, and I see you're wanting to strive for more as risk taking and you're dangerous and what are you doing, right? Then how could we possibly work together to build a goal?
Right.
So we should be equally yoked in that aspect.
No doubt. I'm sitting here, I'm laughing at Nikki Raspberry. Also Deidre Howard Francois. She said, "Woo, we will. I mean you will."
And Nikki said, "And don't come in the bed smelling like onions either. This ain't no vampire episode."
No. Don't just pass by what that chick said. I'm sorry.
Too funny.
Yes, we will.
Oh my God.
All
My
right.
sister. Yes, we will.
Okay.
Thirsty chickens on the bike.
10
like
things
nuts.
your relationship needs to thrive. I think we are on number 8, right? All right, number 8 is
compassion, acceptance, and forgiveness.
Hello.
These will show you the way through a difficult time. If you are together for a while, there will be losses, challenges, and some things you just can't fix.
Yes.
Weathering the storms together is a big part of what relationships are all about.
that last line.
Selah.
Weathering the storms together is a big part of what relationships are all about.
Will be losses and challenges.
You're going to learn today. You're going to learn today.
That's right.
Weathering the storm together is what.
And boredom too,
part
by
of
the
what
way.
relationships.
Oh, God.
I said it.
That's a part of it too.
Exactly. Exactly.
Nobody wants somebody that's going to bail out at the first sign of trouble.
Right.
Nobody wants nobody like that. Oh my God, this is getting too deep, too much to handle. I'm out. You got this. See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm just saying. No,
that?
we in this what together.
Yo, Kiss. My biggest observation being single, is that you're not ride or die. Not you, but if I observe you and see you bailing out on other situations, I know you're gonna bail out on me.
Right.
Therefore, maybe no need to pursue.
And as
You
Phyllis
gotta be
Woodbury
ride or die.
just said, can you stand the rain?
Hey,
Can
storms will come.
Sunny days.
Come on, singer.
Whatever.
Oh, I was looking
my
at me.
God. You want
I'm
me to
sorry.
sing with my wobbly voice? This we know
That's
for
a-
sure.
that's
This
the
we
man
know
song.
for
I'm
sure.
waiting.
Can you stand the rain?
Okay.
Anyway, next one. Number.
The singer is
I
quiet.
clapped it out.
Ain't that about it?
That was all about the men right now.
This cornball.
Corn.
That's why we can't work together. Always insulting
ball.
me and stuff. Supposed to lift me up.
And be compassionate and accept the fact that you don't feel like
They
singing.
always
Said that-
bringing me
if you
down
had
and
said that
saying
a year
hard
ago,
things.
I can lift you up. You got a little bit heavy since
Whatever. Nah, I'm fat. Nah, just kidding.
then. Nah,
I
but
like a little meat on the bones. On what you talking about?
number 9, just jokes.
A mutual desire to step outside the box.
A mutual desire.
The tried and true is good, but the never attempted before may be better. Couples who share new experiences together develop a stronger bond.
That I agree with. Couples that share new experience together develop a stronger bond. Sometimes you gotta get out that rut. And real talk. Sometimes, like every day in the relationship is like this. It's like, yes, now we get up. I walk towards the door. You kiss me goodbye. You go to work. I go to work. We come home. We eat. We go to sleep.
All right, small wonder.
But that's how it is.
Damn.
And sometimes you gotta be like, look, let's break the monotony to all of that.
Mhm.
Let's break this little rut that we in. Let's try something different. You want to go to the trampoline place today and jump on the trampoline? Do you want to go do some skydiving out there, whatever? Do you want just something different, something totally different than what y'all used to?
Right.
Go to a place, a eatery, a restaurant, something different, totally than what y'all used to.
Right.
Break the routine.
Yeah, the routines are
Yeah,
horrible.
break the routine.
Spontaneity, man.
And break it together and try something new.
I can definitely say
that brings a
what
closer bond.
contributed to the demise of my marriage was that.
Yeah.
Was that I took her for granted. Was that I was just in this pattern of every day. Why? Because I was bitter.
got
I had
comfortable.
resentments. Also, I got comfortable. Didn't think I had power. Thought that she was supposed to complete me, etc., etc. Right? Being single, having to do everything by myself. Now, when I get into a future relationship, I can say, well, wow, I know that, Kiss, I can do other things. I know, and I know that I can do something else for you. That repetitive thing To me, guys, I'm gonna tell you, I thought that it was my strength.
Mm-hmm.
I'm reliable. I'm always where I'm supposed to be. You're also corny and boring. And someone else that had a shiny bobble waved that bobble, and I was by myself. All right.
Let's read some comments.
See, can't go say, "Can you send the rain?" Laugh out loud. Small wonder nobody caught that. You did though. All right.
Yeah, of course.
Phyllis Woodbury said, "I love the trampoline." Nikki
trampoline's
Raspberry said, "Right, no swingers or else you swing right out of my life."
Right.
Deidre said, "Woo meaty, I'm in."
Yes.
Demetria said, "Yes, sir. I believe in stepping out of the box and trying new things." Victor Johnson said, "Totally agree. Explore, think out the box." A lot of people don't know that. Salute to that. I've been through that where people quit on me when I went through storms. So it shows everybody can't stand in the rain and won't stand for the front.
Yeah.
Demetria also said, "I take my vow for better or worse very seriously."
Hey.
Nikki says, "Sing, Norm." Phyllis said, "Love that song." Hey, Cam Ebron, she just sends hearts. Yeah, and that's it.
That's what's up.
So far, do y'all agree with most of what we're seeing?
Yes.
Most definitely.
Absolutely.
No doubt. No doubt. All right, so let's go on to number 9?
Oh, wait. Juanita said, "Yes, finding your relationship in a daily routine gets very boring. You have to stay creative and make sure your actions is from your heart."
Say that. Read that again.
Finding your relationship in a daily routine gets very boring.
Yep.
You have to stay creative and make sure your actions are from the heart.
No doubt. All right, so y'all know what's going down. Before we read the last two, y'all know what's going down. December 15th is our holiday party, the BKS1 Radio holiday
also,
party.
Who owns the mic?
And who owns the mic? Open mic.
Damn right, in my backyard.
And it's our 10-year anniversary.
Woo!
So it's going down December 15th at the beautiful Zulu Bar. The place is nice. The place is nice.
And I heard the food is good too.
Yeah, the food is rocking at the Zulu Bar. Place is nice. It got a certain what you call it, ambiance.
Je ne sais quoi.
Je ne sais quoi to it and everything. But it's a beautiful little spot.
Yes.
I only got like one picture, but it's a beautiful place.
It's a beautiful picture.
Nice
December 15th. Make sure y'all come out for the holiday party. Again, it starts at 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. in the morning. 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. in the morning. I will be on the 1s and 2s. I'm taking it everywhere that day. You're going to hear classic R&B. You're going to hear hip-hop, classic, old school hip-hop, house music. You're going to hear some reggae, a little bit of everything. Despacito.
Oh Lord. What about the new song that you love so much?
Which one? Which one is that?
You know what it is. Say it.
Huh? Costa Niña.
Jesus Lord.
What does that mean?
It's actually Costa. You keep saying Costa Niña.
I always mess with it. Okay. But now, real talk, December 15th is going down. It's going to be a lot. When I tell you fun, and you're going to hear some incredible people picking up that mic, doing what they do and everything, but it's going to be an awesome night. Come celebrate with us. It's our holiday party. Again, that's at the Zulu Bar, 437 Main Street, West Orange, New Jersey. Beautiful spot. Come on out, have a good time, enjoy yourself.
And I have somebody come in and bring some treats for the team too.
Yes. It's only $10 to get in, people. It's only $10 to get in. The drinks prices are reasonable there. The food prices reasonable there.
Yes,
it's just going to be an awesome night. All right, so we're going to put up the advanced ticket link too as well. All right, so when you see it, just get them $10 tickets. Come on out, make the trip out. West Orange, 437
and
Main
meet
Street.
the squad.
Zulu Bar.
Come down
hang
and
out.
meet
The whole
us.
team will be in the building
meet
that
the
night.
squad.
We're going to be acting, and we're going to be looking good too.
Meet the crew.
Because it's the holiday. It's the holiday party, so we're going to be looking good. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm going to have to pull out my...
Yeah, apparently the ladies of BKS are going to come in gowns and stuff. We're
Yeah,
trying to
I
make it
heard.
happen. We're trying to make it happen. Trying to be festive up in here.
I mean, come just as long as it's grown sexy. Y'all don't
Of
got to do
course.
what we do.
Right.
But it's grown and sexy.
But we're celebrating 10 years with this man here who brought you guys BKS. So that's something that's really, really huge to celebrate. So, man, come in your best. Why not?
Yeah, no doubt. No,
the
I
holidays.
want to see all you there. No excuses. Cancel whatever the hell y'all had to do. And come to the Zulu Bar, 437
You talking to me.
Main Street, West Orange,
I'll
New
be
Jersey.
I'll be there.
All right, this is the last one for the year, peoples.
Right.
Dig it.
Come on out. Have a good time. All right, so let's get to if you just joined us.
D just said, let me get pretty.
Yes. We are talking about 10 things your relationship needs to Thrive, and let me show y'all that.
You coming, D? D says she'll be there. She's coming from Delaware.
Wow.
Oh,
nice.
No doubt.
Very nice. Very nice.
No doubt. Trust me, it's gonna be worth it. We're gonna have a good time. And okay, so what am I on? Number 9. I'm on 9 and 10.
I think 10 now.
Yes, you're right. All right, so the last one, number 10. Ooh.
Being able to admit mistakes and to talk
shit.
about them.
Being able to admit mistakes and to talk about them.
We all screw up.
I'm sorry, baby.
Learning to understand and let go of mistakes that you or your partner make will turn your life around and give you more time for joy.
Learning to move past. Let it go. We over that. Let's not bring it up again. You feel me?
But never just let it go just to move on because you want the attention of your actual F up to just be dismissed and swept under the rug. If you're going to talk about it. And if you're going to apologize for something that you did and it's some serious shit, say I'm sorry because you mean it. Don't say sorry just to end the conversation and then just have it, it just starts to add up and pile up until you just explode it because now there's nothing to talk about.
There are those of us that do not know how to say sorry at all. And there are those of us that lie when they say they're sorry. They say they're sorry to shut you up.
Yeah.
In both cases, the sorry is an important word that we all need to really look at and think about.
Yeah. Stop thinking you can't be wrong because we all
To repent means to turn from your past ways.
So I'm curious, listeners and everybody.
Repent.
Was there a situation where you honestly had to admit you was wrong?
Absolutely.
You had to admit you was wrong.
Yes.
Some people just
can't.
They could be wrong as 2 left shoes, and they still would never admit, I was wrong.
Yep.
And can't say I'm really sorry.
So you did.
It was hard for me to
Can't
say
say
sorry
I'm
because
really
I felt bad about being that wrong.
And can I tell you something?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Look. No story behind it. But Norm. Kiss. I'm sorry. Not, you know what happened was the reason I did so and so such and such.
Yeah. Right.
Say the sorry.
Right.
Shut up.
Right.
And then move to
on.
correct the mistake.
Right.
Not continue to make the mistake so that you can say sorry about the same shit over and over again.
Some people just can't say I was wrong.
A lot of people can.
I was wrong. I'm sorry.
Must be nice to be perfect.
No doubt. Let's read some comments.
Okay.
Because I know somebody had to mess up. All y'all ain't perfect.
Vic said,
Thank you,
wait, hold on.
Jesus.
Okay, Juanita said, can the castle find the seat, get a VIP table?
Get there early.
Right. Victor said, and for some reason made yourself a victim and you the suspect.
Yeah.
Phyllis Woodbury said, yes, they have been, and I did admit it. Oh, damn, this thing is jumping. Nikki Raspberry says she admitted when she was wrong. Jamal Carter, hey, Supreme says, say sorry with no buts. Oh, I hate that.
Yes.
I'm sorry,
Right.
but it was because you.
Right.
Oh, boy.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
my God.
Boy.
Zip it and shut up after that.
I hate that.
Yeah, just let
Yes.
it
God,
go.
I hate that.
But you did such and such too.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
the worst to do.
Right.
Deidre said, yes, tried for 5 years to right the wrong. Vic also, I'm sorry.
I heard that.
Y'all typing
Deidre.
fast.
I heard
Vic
that.
said, ego destroys couples' pride.
Yes.
Convince you to not see you're wrong. And then somebody just said 10's my favorite, but y'all are chiming in so fast. Oh, Deidre said 10 is my favorite.
Yeah.
Alicia Mitchell said skipping out of a wedding early on the 15th to be there.
Wow.
That's commitment, dedication.
We
Platinum
love you,
listener.
we see you.
Shout out to Alicia Mitchell.
Yeah.
Platinum listener from BKS
Absolutely.
Radio.
Alicia said, been there, done that. Important to say sorry and have done it sincerely.
Yes. Yes. Yep.
Crazy.
What a show.
Wow.
Absolutely.
So, look, you already
knocked
know
it
what
out
it
the park
is.
this
You
time.
Oh,
already
Juanita
know.
said, I can admit when I'm wrong, but
Yeah,
what hurts
but
is when you
I
hear,
see.
shaking my head.
Right.
I hate that too.
Right.
When you being seeing somebody like,
No doubt.
Ooh.
God, it's like you're not even listening. But
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
put it, you half dead motherfucker. That's what I hit him with after that.
All right, so y'all know what it is, man. Look,
Guys are clowns.
Look, it's been a great show. Shout out to
has.
everybody on the check-in that's been chiming in. I forgot to go to the other platforms and check comments, but my bad. I will do that tomorrow. And again, we hope you enjoyed the show.
Yes.
Again, don't forget, Saturday, I said September.
December. Yeah.
December.
Saturday,
December
December 15th. I'm already in 2020, 19.
Yeah, you already all over the place.
Saturday, December 15th. It's the WBKS1 Radio. Who owns the mic? Holiday party. It's our holiday party, y'all. And it's our 10-year anniversary. Coming out. Doors open 7 p.m. sharp. It's only $10, man. Look, you know next year we going up on the prices, though.
Yeah.
But right now, it's only $10 to get in and have a lot of fun. It's at the Zulu Bar.
Dig it.
The Zulu Bar, 437 Main Street, West Orange, New Jersey. Awesome time. I'm going to be on the 1s and 2s. I got some relief that night, too. Shout out to my man, DJ Okie E.
Nice.
It's going to be rocking out, and we're just going to have a great, great time.
Doors open at 7 p.m. And if you have that wants to come for the Who Owns the Mic, spoken word, singers, you said no rappers really unless it's clean, right?
Yeah, it gotta be clean.
Maybe.
Some fun stuff like
some
Supreme.
fun stuff, yeah.
Yeah, like
Right.
Queen of the Wild.
Right. The artist sign up is at 7:30, but if you want to register to perform, you can also do that at WBKS1.com and just follow all the instructions on the flyer. Call Pat, tickets, all that good stuff. Just come out. It's gonna be fun.
Yes, and grown sexy.
Yes.
Grown and sexy. You already know what it is. So we want to thank everybody for joining us today on the Man Cave / morning afternoon show.
It's the Man Cave Morning Show.
Going to see y'all tomorrow morning. And you know what? Guess what? This show's never about us.
It is always about you.
Why?
Because
you are
the next best kept secret.
See y'all tomorrow. And look, if there's a topic you would like us to discuss,
yes,
just hit us up, hit me up.
Leave it in the comments, whatever.
Leave it in the comments.
Yes.
Leave it in the comments. Leave it in the comment section. Could y'all talk about such and such? And if we, think of something we want to rock with, we're going to discuss it on the Man Cave morning / afternoon show. All right? And look, we love y'all. Sincerely. There's some shows that say they love people. Don't.
They really don't.
We show and prove.
We are the show that really
That actually
truly
does love you.
loves y'all.
Yes.
And we rock with y'all.
And we think you.
BKS1 is for the children.
We think you dynamite.
Blesses.
It's the Man Cave Morning Show.
Hey.
Hear my knife.
Bang, 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 bang.